Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Carol Clay, author of Bailey's Treasure, and this is episode 4. I will be talking about challenges in writing, and there's going to be twofold to this episode. I'm going to talk about kind of the challenges that I went through with getting this down on paper, and then I'm going to kind of talk about the challenges that come with um, like publishing, those kind of challenges. Okay. So I would first like to show you guys what just came in. Yes, look. We have our new pens that have just come in. I'm so excited for these. They're so cute. The purple isn't as dark as I had wanted it to be, but they are super, super cute. Okay, super cute. I love that. So yeah, so that is going to be part of the merch. So right now I have cute little bags with my logo on it, and then some water bottles, and then the pens. So yeah, excited about the merch. Okay, so let's get into this. So a little bit about Bailey's Treasure. I um I've had this idea in my head since I was probably 13, and I sat down to write it. And Bailey was going to be this amazing vixen who had all these boyfriends and who did all of these things. And that didn't happen. And I started writing, and that didn't happen. And then I had some other ideas about Bailey when I was kind of in my 20s or whatnot. And then that didn't happen. And then I started writing when I was single, before I had my children, and I had sat down and I had made all these plans, and still didn't happen. And um I really think it all boils down to living life. I think as a writer, and other artists can chime in if you feel the need. Um it's best to do and produce things that you know. And if you haven't lived life, if you haven't gone through things, how can you write about it? Um, I'm so very blessed to have Bailey's Treasure and to have a chance to talk about the different themes that come up in Bailey's Treasure. There's so many different themes. There's so many different things going on. So far as trusting God when you have nothing else. Um, siblings, dealing with losing a parent, dealing with going through life and just not knowing which way to go. Um, I couldn't have written that as a 13-year-old because I hadn't been through anything. And I think living life, and I think going through some of the things that I went through, like my testimony, which I might put on the video one day, um, all of those things kind of shaped what Bailey's Treasure finally came to be, right? It finally shaped um, what it was going to be once I was able to fiddle with the outline and look at this. And I had written the climax, the destruction. I had written that. I already kind of knew which way I wanted the book to go, and then for some reason it just came out, and I'm so very, very thankful for it. Um, and you know, writing, just like any other art, is from God. It's a gift from God. I've had several people that have said, "Oh, I want to write a book. I just don't know what to write about," and that floors me. Like I don't get that at all because, like I said, the book has been in my head since I was 13 years old. I just had to get it out, and I just had to live and go through some things before I could really fully develop the character who is Bailey, or develop the character who is Bruce, or develop the character who is Mary. I couldn't have known those characters as a 13-year-old, right? Um, I couldn't have known God to be ever present and always there, um, had I not gone through some things. So, and I think as a 46-year-old, I can see the concept of Bailey's Treasure and of celebrating the Black church and of celebrating all of these things a whole lot more clear than I could have as a 13-year-old. So I thank God for blessing me and keeping that idea in my head and keeping that idea going, and never taking that love for writing or love for that idea, and to keep it going. Okay. Some other challenges are some once you have written it, once you have this manuscript, there are a lot of challenges when it comes to publishing. And I have to admit, one of the biggest obstacles to publishing is financial. It is a financial endeavor when you choose to not only write a book. I guess writing it is, I mean, you write it, you put it on your computer, it's there. But getting it out to people is a whole nother story. And there is a large financial burden when saying, I'm going to produce a book. Um, you can count on Amazon, you can do some other self publishing options, but if you go through a publisher, it can get quite expensive. Um, I've had some other people chime in because I posed this question on Facebook, and I had some other people chime in and say that talk about some of their challenges of publishing their books. And some people said that a big challenge was understanding the marketing side of it. And I have a family member who wrote a book, and it's a great book. And he said, yeah, but I wasn't gonna do all of the things, all of the signings and the appearances and the all of the things that it really takes to get your book out there and get it known. Um, and I have to admit that so much is not a challenge for me. I am enjoying it. It is also, again, another financial thing that you have to get through. Um, but it's fun. I enjoy meeting my readers. I enjoy being out at events. I enjoy planning it. I enjoy marketing the social media and making my posts and seeing people call me author. It is so much fun. It really is. It is so much fun. It's definitely something I could see myself doing in the next 10 years or so full time, after I retire from teaching. Um, and so some other challenges that I actually looked up, it's called key industry challenges. The rise of AI, copyright battles. We have consolidation and shrinking lists. Um, Diversity and gatekeeping. Despite efforts to promote diversity, the traditional publishing workfor- workforce retains systematic bias with disproportionately low BIPOC representation. And then just being seen, discoverability, people being able to see you. And I'm noticing that on Amazon that it is very hard to get, if you don't have the reviews and you don't have um, the media behind you, it's hard to get your book shown to who you're trying to get it shown to. Those are real publishing issues. And if you don't know how to navigate that, those can be some challenges. Um, so yeah, if there's anybody out there that wants to write the book, I would encourage you to write the book and do your due diligence so far as how you think the best way to go about publishing for you would look like. Um, I actually found a publisher first, wrote the book, submitted it to them. They accepted it, and here we are. Now I have a relationship with an amazing publisher. Um, and so I am enjoying that, and I hope to continue doing that in the future. Like I said, in the future, definitely something I could see myself doing after I retire from teaching. Please, if you watch the video all the way to the end, please like, share, leave me a comment. Please comment on some other things you would like to hear about Bailey's Treasure or about me. Um, Interact with the video, like, subscribe, comment, all of the things. I will get ready. This week is going to be a little, next week is going to be a little busy, but I will do my best to get episode 5 loaded up and ready for next Monday. All right, you guys take care, and just know, if you're not doing okay, just know that this too shall pass and that God is in control. All right, thank you, and until the next one.